Bob the Spider Hunter. I'm just here taking a step back into time and what the yesteryear was like in the area of Zeeland, Michigan. And that's an area I live in, by Holland and Zeeland area. And there's some things here I'd like to just let you take a peek at as I go through this little museum. Let's go this way a little bit. Well, I gotta tell you, the videos you've been watching, even today's, I'm still back thinking this was the Trashline Orbweaving spider that I've been tracking and filming for over 2 or 3 weeks. So it's not until I finally took closer looks that I had to figure out, what is this spider? Because I still didn't really know. Few things that would pop up on this spider I was filming that I swore was the Trashline Orbweaver, which we'll explain in just a moment with some of the clues, because I'm going to take the clues that I showed you last week and I'm going to show you how that helped me figure out what kind of spider I had. And it was not the Trashline Orbweaver. However, the spider had several things that resembled the Trashline Orbweaver. Let's go and take a look at what those clues are and explain those to you as we go along. Let's go. Well, let's see. It's about 26 degrees. The place sure looks different out here in the middle of winter versus in the summer. And I'm out here gonna be Sherlock this morning in the cold. Tansy, come here with my dog, Tansy, and she's gonna be playing Watson this morning. Oh yes, never mind, Tansy. And right over here, that's right, Tansy's got the spot. Oh, I mean Watson's got the spot. This was where one of the Trashline Orbweavers was filmed. Right in here. Looks a lot different now. And there's no remnants of any webbing. And that's where the actual Trashline Orbweaver was. I saw it. 2 of them maybe, and that's when I found the third one. And hey, I made a bad assumption that this too was a Trashline Orbweaver. So I'm returning to the scene of the crime where the murder was committed. We finally arrived at the scene. Lead on, Watson. It was right here. This is the scene of the crime. You're probably asking yourself, well, what murder was committed here? Well, it was the murdering of the identification of this spider, of course. That's elementary. Now let's go back and examine what happened here at this spot. I'm sure you've experienced this in your own life, where you looked at something many, many times, maybe something in your house or a scene or whatever, and you know exactly what it looks like. And so then you see it one day and it looks, something's different about it. You can't quite put your finger on it, but something doesn't look quite right. That's what happened to me here. You see, after looking at all these Trashline Orbweavers, there's one thing you see right away when you walk up to one of their webs. It's that long trash line, that vertical line of trash that they collect in the web, or the orb web. And that's what you see at first. And when I walked up to this spider, it was right here, that's what I saw. A little bit curly or crooked, but nonetheless, there was the trash line that I was used to seeing with this Trashline Orbweaver. However, this spider, there's only 2 species in the whole North America area. There's 22, I think, in the family, but only 2 here in North America. And the one I happened to see, I had never seen before. So, my brain said Trashline Orbweaver. Now, let's go back and look at the clues. The first one was obviously the trash line. Let's take a look at what I saw and what I should have seen, but I didn't see, that makes all the difference in the world. Clue number 1. I believe the spider is right at the tip of my finger. Nice trash line. Again, the very top of her trash line, moving downward. And the one thing about the trash line is that the spider groups together dead prey that it's eaten, the carcasses, and it brings in other leaf material and garbage, making that vertical line of trash. But in this case of this spider, if you look really close, you'll see that these weird shaped things that I thought were trash these little modules of pointed barbed sacks were not trash at all. They were this new spider's babies. That's right, babies. Those weren't trash pieces at all. Those were her egg sacs. I think there were 4 of them, possibly 5, but I think 4 for sure. 4 egg sacs with babies in them. Clue number 2. Where the Trashline Orbweaver will sit in its trash line right in the center of it, usually, and that's also usually right across the hub of the web, the very center of the orb web. That should have been another clue. This spider was not in the center of its trash line, but rather it was at the bottom of the trash line. Now here's the girl. That should have been right there, something that caught my attention. And you know, as you learn about new spiders, or spiders you haven't seen before, you have a lot to learn and a lot of things to observe and to know about that spider, which I didn't know at the time. So, clue number 2, the spider is at the bottom of what I thought was the trash line. And as we've already discussed, the trash line was not made up of trash. Clue number 3. Long legs pointing straight down on this spider. Now that should have been an obvious, elementary, my dear Watson, kind of a thing to see, because the Trashline Orbweavers, they're small, tinier spiders than this new spider is. So there you have it, the Trashline Orbweaver. And when they sit in the web to protect themselves, they pull their shorter legs up over their face and heads. So just their eyes can see what's going on. The head itself is protected, covered by the stubby little legs. This new spider is in its web, bottom of the trash line, which isn't trash line, with its legs pointed straight down. And then that moves us into clue number 4. So this female spider wasn't making necessarily jerking movements in its web because I was getting close to it. Oh, part of it's there. But this was a mother that was protecting her babies, because those, again, remember, are not trash in her web. These are her egg sacs with her babies in them. And she's going to protect those babies with her life. And she did a good job at that, I thought. You are one tough little spider, you know that? And then the clue that makes all the difference in the world to identify this spider is when you look close at those longer legs. You notice they kind of are thick and broad and stubby, but they don't stop at a stubby end. It just looks that way. They have another appendage on the end of each leg, of the front legs anyway, that is it looks like a smaller little twig that's sticking out from the broader brownish leg. It's even a different color. And if you look right in front of that appendage, that skinny little one that goes on the very end, you'll see what gives this spider its actual name. It looks like there's feathers, or a feather-like brush, a comb of some sort, on the end of that broad piece of the leg. And the spider's common name is called long feathered-legged spider. That's a huge clue. And if you can spot that right on up front, that's your spider. That's how you know how to ID this particular spider.